What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a 2-club challenge from Cabot Cliffs back in the simulator. Gonna play 18 holes with a 5-iron and a 9-iron. I have played these golf courses before, so it'll be fun to get back out there and see how we do. The goal for today is gonna be to break 80. I think that's pretty reasonable with 2 clubs. Let's get into it, see how we do. Getting started here on hole number 1. This is, as you guessed it, the 5-iron. We hit this one pretty solidly. It'll find the fairway. Thankfully, didn't have to worry about missing too many fairways today, hitting an iron off every single tee. We did hit the 9-iron into a couple of the par 3s, but it was 5-iron most of the day. So, found the fairway there. This second shot was not struck particularly well, but managed to get it down there. One thing that definitely made this challenge a bit easier was playing a link-style course like Cabot Cliffs. We were able to run the ball up and, use some of the slopes in different angles to get the ball close. This third shot here, this was 9-iron. Didn't hit it great, but landed short of the green. Bounced up. Easy 2-putt par. Gonna be playing for a lot of those throughout the round. And you'll see on TrackMan, the settings here, we've got a 10-foot circle. That's a 1-putt. You 1-putt all of those. Up to 65 feet from there is a 2-putt. And then if you're on the green outside of 65 feet, you'll 3-putt. So, comfy par at number 1. Trying to get this down as far as we can off the second tee. It's a 5-iron. Hit this one okay. Found the left side of the fairway. And this is a pretty tremendous... It's hard to see on the simulator just how severe that slope and that massive bunker in front of the green are. It's really impressive when you're out there in person. I did hit it in that bunker and just had to stand, just had a crazy lie. I'll see if I can get that in here. But shot number 2 here. 9-iron from the fairway. 174 to the hole. Just trying to find the surface. And this was hit pretty well. Maybe half a groove low. But again, just a comfy 2-putt par range. 160 carry there, so hit it okay. Hole 3 here. This is just a pretty straightaway par 4. Made a nice swing off the tee here. And this one will find the fairway. Especially early in the round, I've been pretty happy with how I've been striking it. This second shot here was another 9-iron. 170 all the way back to the hole. But again, just trying to find some piece of the green. Got a nice forward bounce here. Right off that front part of the green. And it'll roll out to about 35 feet. Where we'll 2-putt for par. So holding steady at even par through 3 holes. This is a tough long par 3 at number 4. Hung this ball out to the right a bit. And got fortunate that it stayed out of this bunker. But as you'll see, ends up in a pretty tough spot. And just playing to make a bogey at this point. Maybe with a 60-degree you could get this close, but with a 9-iron, I'm just trying to get it somewhere on the green, not chip it into that bunker on my right, and get it anywhere that we can 2-putt. And mission accomplished. This one will trundle onto the green. Didn't get into the circle, but I was pretty pleased with that shot. Routine bogey. Gonna make some of those in a challenge like this. So we'll keep grinding, head to the next tee. Here we go, hole number 5. Short par 4. Curls around to the left. We did, at some point, give up on using the tees. They just were too tall. Couldn't make it work. This one was hit okay. Right down Broadway. Nice look into the green, down the hill here. And as you'll see, we'll need to use that slope to our advantage if we want to try and stop this. 128 yards to the hole. Can't fly it all the way there with a 9-iron. Firm greens, link style course. Gonna be playing for the conservative play, and this one worked out great. Just left of the hole, pin high. Comfy 2-putt. So through 5 holes, 1 over par. Pretty happy with how we've played to start. Let's head to number 6. 9-iron off the tee from 165. And this was the best look of the day. Really nicely struck shot. And comes up just short. Missed the birdie by a foot. But it's a really nice swing to 11 feet. Take our 2-putt par. And head to number 7. This is a par 5. Uphill the whole way. Long hole. No shot of getting there in 2 with a 5-iron. I think the highest ball speed we saw might have been the second shot, actually. But it was on this hole. 136, 136 and a half, I think. We got up to the ball speed up to, so that work seems to be paying off. But for the most part, we were living in the low 130s with this club. Second shot here, just trying to get it down there as far as we can. Here you go, 136. That was hit nicely. Up the left side. We managed to keep it out of that big bunker. But these fairways are very firm. Link-style golf course, so trying to keep that in mind as we go forward here. Here we go, third shot at number 7. This was a bit of a mental mistake. Trying to really stand on a 9-iron from 180. Should have tried to hit the 5 with maybe some, a high cut. And just really missed it. Short left. Terrible spot. So that'd be a tough spot with a sand wedge. We've got a 9-iron. Just playing for a bogey here. Anywhere on the green would be a great shot. As you'll see in these rehearsals, I'm really trying to open the face. Get as much loft on it as I can. While, keeping the speed up. Given it's going to come out soft, at least on the simulator. Out of that heavy rough. I was happy with this shot. Ended up about 20 feet from the hole. But really the mistake was made on that third shot. Not playing it more conservatively out to the right. Where we would have had a better chance of getting up and down if we did miss the green. Or, using that backstop there. But hole number 8, another par 5. This was a nicely struck ball. It just was left the whole way. Into the heavy stuff. And despite the fact this is a short par 5, now we got to play defense, get back and play, try and have a shot at making a par. So just hacking it out. Really bad lie over there. This ball might have gone 100 yards in the air, but we did get a good amount of roll on it. So back in position. Ready for our third shot into the green. 133. Tough number down the hill with a 9-iron. So again, just trying to chip something. Got a little more of this than I think I needed to. And it'll roll just through. As you can imagine, if you want to make birdies, it's easier to chip in from just off the green in this mode, then because you have no chance of holding a long putt. So birdie chance here from just off the green. And it'll just miss on the right side, but this was a nice, easy tap in par. And 2 over, headed to the 9th tee. Only using 2 clubs could be a lot worse. This was a tough swing, tough number, down the hill, but a beautiful golf hole. 118, chippy 9. And I knew right away we got a lot of it. And fortunately, it'll hang up on the back of the green. Maybe 40 feet or so. It's more like 60 feet, but still in the range. Managed to two-putt that one. And we'll make the turn at 2 over par. So we had a hot dog and a Gatorade. Maybe an athletic beer. Made the turn. Excited for number 10, and immediately squirt one out to the right. This will find the heavy stuff. And again, playing defense on a par 5. Not that I expected to be playing a lot of offense with only 2 clubs, but more defense than we had hoped. So second shot here, number 10. Hit this ball well. Despite the bad lie, this ball is going to travel quite a ways. Down the hill. Over the river and through the woods. And eventually, after we hack it out, we're still going to be quite a ways back. So only got 150 yards out of that. 220 in for our third shot. This might have been one of the better swings of the day. Hit this one really well. Picked a good target out in the middle of the green. Needed to hit it solidly. And we did. This ball will find the middle of the green. It's about 30, 35 feet. Comfy 2-putt. And after the bad tee shot, feel fortunate to get away with a pretty easy 5 at number 10. So headed to the 11th. Still 2 over par. Hanging in there. Dogleg right par 4 here. Started fighting it going left a tiny bit at this part of the round. This ball is going to roll through the fairway into that light rough. 134 ball speed on that swing. So need another good one here. Back up the hill. And really good bounce off the top of the bunker here. Around the edge of the green. Up to the edge. And down the backstop. Where we can comfortably 2-putt. This is where the roller coaster really gets started. 242-yard par 3 down the hill here. Trying to hit a big old draw. Get it towards the front of the green if I can. This is going to come up short left. Which is a fine spot given we didn't have the right club. But this second shot is definitely, I think, the most frustrating of the day. So trying to chip this up to the green with the 9-iron, and just made the one mistake you can't make here. Didn't cover the top of the hill, and this one's going to spend way too much time moving away from the hole, rolling backwards. Frustration setting in. So we'll get another shot at it. And can't make the same mistake. So let's see if we can get this right on top in the perfect spot. Maybe save a bogey. But it's just downhill all the way from there. No spin on that ball. Disappointing double. Those are the big scores that we needed to avoid. So we'll try to bounce back, head to number 13, and try to turn it around. Hole 13 at Cabot Cliffs. Straightaway par 4. Back up the hill. Started off with another 5-iron. Hit this one nicely up the center of the fairway. Might have hit it a little bit too well. Didn't have a perfect number in for the second shot. And remember when I said the roller coaster was going to get started? We're still on it. 184 to a middle left pin. Trying to cut a 5-iron and just not able to take enough off it. This is going to end up rolling around the back of the green. And we'll be chipping yet again. So we'll go back and grab trusty 9-iron. 25 yards to the hole. And just trying to trundle this over the front. And knew right away it was on a pretty good line. And boom. Unexpected birdie. Chipping in from long of the green. Not how we expected to make a 3 in this round, only using 2 clubs, but take what they'll give you. And if you let it, TrackMan will show you your hole out just over and over and over again. You have to manually click out of it. So that was fun. Great birdie there at number 13. Excited to play the 14th. Down the hill, 194. Trying to take some off the 5. And just absolutely flushed it. Got a lot more of it than we needed to. And fortunate it didn't end up in the woods back there. Caught by the back bunker. And this is not a good spot. Especially with a 9-iron. Trying to come out of that bunker. And we are strapping in to the roller coaster once again. Trying to make sure we get the right number. But as you'll see, likely should have been more focused on getting the ball out. Because we just didn't get it on the green. So, mental lapse here on the 3rd shot. This was a pretty straightforward little chip. And just absolutely hammered it. This will end up about 20 feet away. Clear frustration. Another double bogey. So, despite the chip-in birdie at number 13, it's another double. And all of a sudden, headed to 15, we're 5 over. And knowing we need to play well to keep it under 80. Another par 5 here at 15. This really is the signature stretch at Cabot Cliffs. These holes are just absolutely stunning. All cut into the cliffs. The scenery is unbelievable. Second shot here. Trying to lay up to a good number. And just misjudged the downhill a bit. This ball went forever. Fortunately, it does stay out of that last cross bunker. But this is a relatively awkward 80-yard pitch. Yeah, that ball went 260 down the hill with a 5-iron. So 77 yards to the hole. Trying to land it about 50. And definitely missed our spot. But caught the downslope, and this is going to trundle all the way onto the front of the green to about 30 feet. We can comfortably 2-putt that one. And we'll head to 16. Holding steady at 5 over par. This is a par 72 golf course, so 7 over is the number to hit our goal. This is a beautiful hole. Had a good number here for a 9-iron. 168 to the flag. Thought we might get a bounce for a birdie. But it just stays out of the circle. Still, one of the better swings of the day. Easy 2-putt. And now the danger is mostly behind us, headed to 17. We'll lay this one up in the fairway. Over the cliff. Covered all the bunkers, right down Broadway. Really nice view of the ocean and the cliffs. And this really is what it looks like. You cannot see the green from up top there. It's so far below you. Yeah, 28 feet on the sim down the hill. So really guessing at the number, trying to land it somewhere around the front. But this is good skill development, you know, club face control, all those things. Got a tiny bit more of this than we needed to. And you'll see there just with the downhill and the lack of spin, just through the green, but it's a birdie chance. Tried to give this one a good read. Started online. And just comes up short. Tap in 4 at 17. 5 over. So we just have to get it in the barn at the par 5 18th. Hit a really nice tee shot. And this ball will find the fairway. From here, we really just need to keep it together. Don't do anything silly. And we should be able to meet our goal of breaking 80 in this 2-club challenge at Cabot Cliffs. 290 to the hole here. Trying to just lay it up to the left. I went back for the 9-iron and didn't hit this one great. You see that cut in on the right there. I was just afraid if I tried to carry that and missed it with 5, I could hit it in the water, so comfy layup into the rough. But that left us just 140 in. So this is a pretty chippy, maybe 3/4 type swing. You can see on the right there, 130 was kind of the target carry number. And remember earlier when I said we were glad to be playing links golf for this challenge? Well, here's a great example. That ball landed probably 30 yards short of the green. Trundles all the way onto the front. 35 feet, we can 2-putt that one. And that's it, mission accomplished. There you have it, guys. We finished all 18 holes at Cabot Cliffs. Boy, some great shots, some really tough moments. Those 2 double bogeys on the back 9. Pretty frustrating, but we did manage to break 80, finishing with a 5 over 77. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. We'll see you next time.